This episode of the Lured Up podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. It's never too early to play holiday music, and it's never too early to start thinking about gifts. Whether it's for a friend or the friends in your pants, you can make this a season to be jolly with Manscaped. Do your little drummer boy a favor and use the Lawnmower 4.0 to avoid another silent night in the bedroom. Then add in Manscaped's top-of-the-line shower products to have the people thinking, all I want for Christmas is you. Santa cares about his sack, and so should you. Look nice when you get naughty by going to manscaped.com and using the code BALLCHECK for free shipping and 20% off.
Now that you've groomed your candy cane, it's time to make sure you don't smell like a reindeer with the Platinum Packages shower products. All of Manscaped's shower gear is sulfate-free, vegan, and made to have your skin feeling hydrated and smelling fresh.
So get 20% off and free shipping with the code BALLCHECK at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com when you use the code BALLCHECK, BALLCHECK. Manscaped. Get your jingle balls ready for the holidays.
Ho, ho, ho.
What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 245 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. I'm fired up, Adam.
Why are you fired?
I'm clipping the fucking sound already. I'm fired up. I don't know. It's Friday. We're recording on a Friday. That's different.
It's Friday.
Friday. Today's Friday, December 16th, 2022. I'm Ken Pescator. That's Adam Tuttle.
Yo.
What's up, dude? What up, yo?
A lot. Family stuff. It's tough. It's been a hard Christmas season so far for me,
Bruh,
personally.
You've got we both have shit going on in very different ways, so I feel for all of us.
Yeah, I appreciate the community for the podcast is coming today. I appreciate you for listening and waiting for it patiently.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. We we do this shit part-time, so when life happens, we have to prioritize. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that's all it is. But we do have a lot to talk about today. Some we'll talk about in detail. Some
did you say we have a lot of tacos?
Oh, man,
I
wish
love
I had
some vegetarian Morningstar Crumbles tacos.
Let me tell you, Tacoholics in Red Bank, New Jersey has tempura avocado tacos. What you know about that, bro? With cilantro lima sauce. Yeah. Out of control. Taco Tuesdays. Buy one, get one free. What you know about that? It's crazy.
That sounds
Tacoholics.
delicious.
Shout to Tacoholics, Jersey Shore staple. Anyway, we do have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot going on in the game, which is a good thing because we've had some dry spells, we've had some events, but there's a lot cooking, and the community is buzzing in a pretty positive way right now, which we can't say too often. So we'll run through it. We have the Mythic Blade Event last week. We had Keldeo, that whole thing, Elite Raids. Not the greatest or strongest event in terms of community sentiment. So I want to run through all that. We'll talk about it. We have Community Day this weekend. I'm really excited because I'm going to Central Park, meeting up with OmniSec and the Omni Squad to do a little grinding. I'm very hyped on that. But, December Community Day is always fun. Two-day event. The Pokemon Festival in Jakarta, Indonesia is like a month-long event, but they had some stuff that happened this past week. Zoe Two Dots was there, so make sure you're checking out her content to keep up with that. Pokemon Sizes, stuff we've seen with like the Pumpkaboo and Phantump and all that stuff is coming to additional Pokemon. I already saw like the medal, I think, is in the game, but I haven't seen the actual Pokemon yet.
Okay, but are we talking about this now?
The sizes?
Yeah, or
why not?
Okay, so I am one to catch a whole bunch of stuff and then go looking at all of the IVs. I like to slide through that. And it is so frustrating when it's, you got a new size, you got a new height, new record. It's right in the middle. Like, I don't care what they do. Like, put it up out of the way. There's plenty of blank space up in the top left.
No,
middle.
they have to cover the important shit.
Yeah, why would you do that? Put it over Spark's face. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to see him, but I need to see the IVs. So putting it over the IVs is really frustrating. That is my 2 cents on the matter. I think it is a cool addition, but it ruined took the quality of life of the game down a peg because I can't just do the thing I normally do. It now interrupts that simple task. So I think they need to figure out a different position, and I need everybody to back me up on this.
All right. Well, I agree with that. I think that what you're asking for is fair and appropriate. So nothing too crazy there.
Like, honestly, right above the name, to the left,
just put it out of the fucking way. There's plenty of room.
To the left or to the right, there is a whole boatload of blank white space that they could use, and they are choosing to not use that blank white space, and they want to use my IVs. Not okay.
Yeah. Yep. Part 1 of the holiday event has been detailed. We're in it. We're up in there right now.
Oh, you mean it's like live and I'm playing it right now?
And it includes another paid ticket, timed research. So
is
I kind of want to.
Is that the $7.99 Galarian?
No, this is
Mr.
a $4.99. That was the $7.99.
But it's still Galarian Mr. Mime.
Dude,
it's just $4.99.
The tickets are getting a little crazy. So I just want to. We'll have a little conversation about Niantic's current model, and there was some financial kind of models that came out that showed their revenue, and there's a lot of speculation of why they're doing this and what this could mean for the future of the game in 2023 as the seasons continue to roll. Vivillon has been released and it has a great social feature that's kind of has the entire community working together right now, which is fucking awesome. We definitely needed this little community push. I can't wait to see how you say this wrong. How do you pronounce Vivillon?
Vivillon.
Yes, phenomenal. They even phonetically wrote it out in the blog, Vivillon.
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 It's not Vivillon? Oh my god, that's literally what I've been calling it for so long.
There's no I-O-N at the end. It's just
It's
O-N.
Vivillon.
It's French.
Don't take this away from me.
Pokemoners has announced some changes to their future, and the community has kind of come together to show some support. I think it's worth it to talk about because the Pokemoners have become a pretty significant staple in the hardcore Pigo community's process of understanding the game and getting information. Just as a note, I will be recording a creator series next week with Marty from Pokemoners, if all goes well. That's we have it penciled in right now for Tuesday
night. You got
to
get that penned in. You need it secured.
I do have to get that penned in.
You need to secure the bag, sir.
Yo,
you
man,
we got the bag.
We have kids and shit, so we gotta. It's hard. It's hard to do this stuff. Schedule all this shit, but hopefully that'll happen. But we will talk about Pokemoners post. They're not going anywhere. They're just making some changes, and they had some, some spicy takes on why they were making changes, and then we'll kind of wrap things up.
Did
with
you just say
what?
Spicy cakes? Is this
spicy
a food? Is this a food podcast? All of a sudden,
we had tacos with some spicy cakes.
I don't even know what kind of cakes those are, but they sound spicy.
Spicy fruit cakes. And then we'll wrap things up with a Mega Glalie raid guide and battle party. Mega Glalie looking like a Halloween mask or something. Looks great.
Yeah, that mouth. Can you close it, please?
I thought you were going somewhere else.
Keep my name out of your mouth.
You sure got a pretty mouth. All right, let's start with Mythic Blade. Let's start with Keldeo. Let's start with the last week's event. We had the $7.99 ticket. Last week you had kind of said, hey, but they give you a bunch of shit. Silver pineapples, rare candies. No, but they gave you 2 incubators, 2 super incubators, 2 incense.
I take it all back.
All right, that's what I wanted to ask you.
Except for the one person on Twitter I saw that was like, great, $7.99 spent. I got 100% Keldeo. Mine was booty. It was like no. I'm gonna hold on. I have to go and find it real quick because it was like,
but objectively, how did you feel about the event? Not the quality of your Keldeo IVs.
Take a picture of the Keldeo. It wasn't even like
so.
There wasn't no fancy scene. There was no
my
nothing.
God, so anticlimactic.
I did not. Wait, did we pay for like the shaman? Like, or was that something free, or was that just GoFest ticket in general?
Well, all right. Just to be transparent, we don't pay for shit because we're hooked up with Niantic. But the shaman was no, like, yeah,
like,
I know. I think all
free?
that shit was like there. That's like Mew. You had the GoFest thing, and then it was free for everybody, and then Celebi was a paid thing, and then it was free for everybody. Like, I'm sure Keldeo in a year is going to be free, but I definitely thought that there was like it was just a less pizzazz. There was no jazz hands going on when
mine
with the Keldeo.
Was a 12, 11, 11.
I'm close to that. I'm somewhere in that realm, but I would, it was just like a normal encounter. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
it didn't feel special.
It didn't
feel,
at all.
Yeah, it was. And I can't tell you how fast I clicked through the story on this just to complete it because I only had Saturday to roll with it.
So you had to get it done.
So I had to get it done. Period. It wasn't like I could enjoy it per se. I guess if you were trying to make content on the actual like storyline, maybe you could get more out of it, but I didn't feel it.
No, I'm with you there.
I did not feel it in my jellies.
It was a little anticlimactic, and it was weird having the shiny chases, like I don't know, just tied to incense. I mean, I run incense a lot, so it's like I was seeing all this stuff, and I did get my shiny Hitmonlee. I think I might have even talked about that last week.
Was it Hitmontop or Hitmonlee?
Hitmonlee was the one I needed. I have a Hitmontop. I have a Hitmonchan. I did not
find a Hitmontop, and that was what I was looking for.
Yeah, Crabrawler was the new Pokemon. It wasn't anything crazy. I mean, Terrakion was a good raid. A lot of people doing Terrakions. I did a metric shit ton of them remotely. I did a bunch of them in person.
Did one.
Yeah, and then Mega Aggron, bro. I didn't touch Mega Aggron. Just don't need it. Don't need it. Didn't want it. Whatever. It's all good. And Virizion was there in the beginning too, but now we have Cobalion is the current. But they all had Sacred Sword. Another thing, the Keldeo did not come with guaranteed Sacred Sword. Did yours come with one? Did it have it when you caught it? And so you had to use a regular charge TM, and it was in the standard move pool.
Mine does not. It said close combat.
You see? But like for whatever reason, I fucking had to use like 15 charge TMs. Like, not that I care because I had so many, but it was annoying. It was like just over and over. It was just giving me like shit.
Mine's got Hydro Pump now. I'm not wasting it.
But I thought that was weird. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Like, I don't know. It was odd that it didn't come with it.
Now everybody needs to be credited like 7
charge TMs. Yeah. Field research. I know a lot of people were going after the Galarian Farfetch'd for the shiny check.
Those were so hard to find.
Very hard. And bro, power up 15 times is a shitty task.
It's very crappy. Yeah, it's very crappy. Like, no, you need to use all your Stardust, or you had to spend a lot of time in the game going between all your lowest CP Pokemon and being like, power up once, go to the next one, power up again, go to the next one, power up again. Because you couldn't just sit there and be like, I'll power this one up 15 times.
See, but that's the luxury of me, of having 15 million Stardust. That's the luxury I get to do, but I still power up only my hundos. But I only wanted to do that when I had 3 stacked tasks of that. Because, like, I remember there was a couple times where I was like, I don't want to get rid of this task, but I can't find another one. I was like, this feels bad. Let me just fucking power up something 15 times. I would do it. And then, like, the next stop, I spun power up 15 times. I was like, God, fucking shit. It was the worst. But that was that. I don't know, man. It's a lot of people did not feel good about this. I do love Keldeo. This is the ordinary form. It will be around in the future. I'm sure we'll get its,
Yeah, but I mean, I'd feel better if it was like not the ordinary form for $8. I mean,
No, but we've talked about this before. This probably even more than Galarian Mr. Mime's ticket. Like, this felt like a direct monetary transaction. This Keldeo is a commodity. It was like, here's my $8, give me my Keldeo, and let me move on. And it felt like that, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
Yeah,
I did not feel...
It definitely felt like that.
Well, especially with... And again, sorry, Willow, I did blast through the fucking story too. But like Keldeo's lore is phenomenal. Like the way it was kind of, like pseudo adopted by the Swords of Justice, and it was like a rebel, and it didn't listen, and it was, had beef with Zekrom, like all this cool shit. And we just kind of missed all that. And all of a sudden we just had a regular old encounter with Keldeo, and that was it. So keep us posted. Let us know what you thought of this. Did you buy it? I know a lot of people, at least on social, they did buy it, but they needed a shower afterwards. You know what I mean? Like they didn't feel good. They didn't feel good about it. But, I saw that a lot. But that was that. Mythic Blade. I'm actually pretty happy that it's behind us.
Yes.
All right. So let's get caught up with this weekend. So we're recording this on Friday night. Tomorrow, Saturday, the 17th, and then Sunday the 18th is December Community Day, (S) Community Days, as we do our 22 and 21 Community Day wrap-up event. These events are always good. Niantic steady finding a way to confuse people. When the infographic first came out, it only showed the 2022 Pokemon with their returning exclusive Community Day moves. A lot of people were like, WTF, what's going on here? A week later, they said, hey, just to clarify, yes, the 21 Pokemon will also have their Community Day moves. They released an updated graphic, so that's good. Put that behind us. Event bonuses, always legit. If there's a time to stock up on consumable items like Lucky Eggs and Star Pieces and Incubators, all that shit, it's now, because the bonuses are pretty comprehensive. Double Catch XP, double Stardust for catching, half hatch distance, double candy, 2x chance for XLs, of course 3-hour lure and incenses, extra special trade each day, 50% less Stardust on those trades. And of course, all these Pokemon coming back, they're kind of divided between Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, you're going to get Sandshrew with Alolan Sandshrew, Alolan Geodude, Hoppup's Feel Stuffle. And then on Sunday, you'll have Teddiursa, Galarian, Zigzagoon, Starly, Roggenrola, Litwick, Dino. What do you like better here? I mean, I almost think Sunday might have the cooler
Sunday
spawns.
Definitely is the cooler spawns.
Both days, Bulbasaur, Dratini, Mudkip, so like the classic stuff.
Dratini
you can get
is
on both days.
my main focus. Is to
you still have that.
complete.
You still have the tasks. That's it. Nice. But yeah, I think Sunday might have the better. But in the history, Saturdays have always had, I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy, like a better shiny rate. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. But there will be raids throughout the event also, and a lot of the Community Day Pokemon will be featured there as well, going back in time a bit. So we have Machop, Eevee, Roselia, Swablu, Duskull, Shinx, Gibble, Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, Fletchling in raids. And then in 2K eggs, which is a good thing, considering we have half hatch distance and these bundles that have fucking regular incubators and not super incubators. Machop, Eevee, Swablu, Duskull, Shinx, Badoo, Gibble, Snivy, Tepig, Oshawott, Fletchling. Yo, I still need that shiny Badoo.
Do you really?
That's on my hit list, so I'm definitely going to be going for that. And then all the Community Day moves, we won't go through them all, but I would definitely focus on the starters, things like Venusaur, Machamp with Payback, Alolan Golem with Rollout. There's some good stuff here. All the evolutions will also get, they're good moves here. So if you're a PvE person, you do raids, you do gym defending, this is something to think about. Make sure you're taking advantage of this because it is a limited window thing. But just to plug myself a little bit, I will be going to Central Park tomorrow and doing a Community Day grind. Like I said, meeting up.
I'll be at my
Omnisec.
son's hockey game.
Look at you go. I asked my son if he wanted to come with me. I was like, it's going to be 37 degrees, just so you know. We're going to be out all day. And he goes, yeah, I'm going to sit this one out. So he didn't want to come. But we'll do a little story time here. So I posted on our Twitter today, there was a new mural was put up on Bleecker Street in Bowery in New York City. and the mural is of the Bad Brains. And the Bad Brains is like a legendary punk band, hardcore punk band that has been a part of my life like forever. You know, I grew up in a touring hardcore band, and the Bad Brains were just always a staple in my history. And the cool shit about this mural is it's done by Shepard Fairey. Shepard Fairey is the person who has like the Obey brand and all that. Back in the day, in the early 90s, I worked in the skate and snowboard industry, and I was like Shepard Fairey's first like breakout project was Andre the Giant Has a Posse. And if you've ever saw any of like his clothing or anything like that, it has Andre the Giant's face on it. But back in the day in the skate industry, this was like a real popular thing. And I used to run the street team in New Jersey for Obey, but it wasn't even Obey back then. It was just kind of like Andre the Giant Has a Posse. So I remember like, you know, when I was like a freshman, sophomore in high school, I was working at a skate shop, and I mean, it started with like packs of 25 stickers, that became 50 stickers, then 100 stickers. Before I know it, I was getting sent like packs of 1,000 Andre the Giant Has a Posse stickers. And I mean, I fucking covered the tri-state area in these stickers. This was like good old guerrilla marketing at its finest, pre-internet. Every single toll booth, like, you know, bucket that you would throw your chains into had an Andre the Giant Has a Posse sticker. I put them all over New York City because I was like a club kid at the time too. So it was like, this mural means a lot to me because one, it's Shepard Fairey, two, it's Bad Brains. So before Community Day, first thing in the morning, I'm going to see the mural in person, to take some pictures, and I'm also excited to nominate the mural in Wayfarer because the mural just went up 2 days ago. There's a chance someone has already.
And you didn't do it already?
I haven't been. I'm going to the city tomorrow.
The folks on the Way Spotters podcast, they'd be very upset with you right now.
No, but I'm hoping, just for the nature of the community, that someone has already submitted it. But I just want it in my history, even if it comes back as a duplicate. I just want it there. So I'll definitely be checking that out. So you want to see this badass mural dedicated as a tribute to the Bad Brains, just check out our socials tomorrow. So I'm really, really excited to go do this. But yeah, anyway, Central Park, I'll be there all day. 2 to 5 for the event. I'm sure we'll all go get food, whatever, afterwards. It's funny because in my Facebook memories the other day, I had Community Day 2019. I was in New York City with the New York crew, and those memories came back up in my Facebook feed the other day. And I put those up, which was awesome. And it was just like, yeah, I've definitely got to go to the city. I reached out to Omnisec. I'm like, yo, you doing Bryant Park? What's the deal? And he goes, no, we're actually doing Central Park. It's going to be big, you know, and we want some room to roam. So I was like, fuck it, dude, I'm coming. So we're going to meet at the Grand Army Plaza, which is the big golden statue of Sherman's horse. So that's where we'll be. So definitely come check us out there and play with us, raid with us, grind with us. It's gonna be good times.
Go there and play with Ken.
Yes, play with me, tickle me. Hugs are free. It'll be very fun. Very, very fun. But no, I shout out to Omnisec. I love going into the city. When I was doing the Niantic community days at the seaport, Omni would come every time, and he brings super positive energy, super good vibes. New Yorkers love him. So he's got a really, really good crew, and you know, same thing, man. He's a father. He busts his ass. You know, he grinds. He does this stuff part-time, and just his got a very, very positive attitude, and he just always brings like hype and positive energy.
So much hype.
He does. It does. It's good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So that's where I'll be. But are you working Sunday, or you have anything going on?
I
Sunday?
work Sunday.
Fuck. Damn.
Yeah. So the Go Plus will do some work.
All right. So hopefully your work gym will have some raids that you could do. Sneak off to the bathroom, say, "Oh, my stomach hurts. I got to poop again," and then just do some.
They're like, "You've been in the bathroom all day. Do you think you need to go home?" I don't need to go home or clock out. I'm good.
No, you say, "Yeah, my stomach is killing me. I need to go poop again. Just please, let me poop. Let me poop in peace," and then just do some raids. Send me an invite.
My favorite is one time last week. I let everybody know that I was going down to use the restroom. I go down, I sit down. Not even 30 seconds later, somebody bangs on the door. I'm like, I'll be right out.
It's like the door's closed for a reason.
You can't see the light on? Come on.
Just poop with the door open. They'll leave you alone. Got to get that poopery. Yo, that's an amazing invention.
We sell that, but it's not called poopery. It's like
you're an ice cream place. Does it smell like ice cream?
It's gifts as well. I like to think of it as the Mystery Shack from Gravity Falls. That's kind of what it feels like.
Okay.
We kind of sell everything. There's no
it's
whack.
Like see, you don't have Cracker Barrel by you, do you? Cracker Barrel restaurants?
No, those are like the closest one I think is like right on the border.
So Cracker Barrel restaurants have like the tchotchke shop in the front of the restaurant that sells like all that kind of like random shit. But poopery is necessary. I work with a bunch of women.
People think
it's necessary.
People think that we're a restaurant all the time, and then they come in, they're like, "Oh, it's just ice cream." I was like, "Yeah, we also have candy downstairs.
we also have poopery."
Well, no. So that's the best. So and I got it for my dad for his birthday. But it's like a police siren. Like there's a police car on the cover, and there's police officers, and it's called "We've Got a Situation." And then there's Total Eclipse of the Fart.
What?
And then there's one that's I don't know what it says, but it shows the picture of the Titanic. Yeah, they're hilarious.
It's a very good product. It works very well. But no, I was saying I work with a bunch of women, man, and I'd be blowing up that bathroom, so I don't want to kill them, so I gotta use that. Yeah,
there's nothing worse than being somebody to go in right after.
No, I will. It will be a near death.
Who does number 2 work for?
Yeah, clearly me, like double flushers and shit. Anyway, moving on. So that's Community Day. It's gonna, this is always a good time. Dollar research, and I assume that you can activate the research anytime Saturday or Sunday. Like it doesn't have to be like you have to play on Saturday, as long as you activate it during the game hours Saturday or Sunday, I believe. So that's that, and there will be timed research as well that will kind of probably walk you through the 21-22 pseudo advent calendar of Community Day, which is kind of cool. And of course, stickers will be available from Gifts and Spinning Stops and in the in-game shop. All right. Jakarta, we'll talk about this for just a minute. So I think we might have even mentioned last week they added a support for Indonesian language in the game. And then all of a sudden they announced Pokemon Go at Pokemon Festival Jakarta, which is a really cool thing that is not just Go-centric. So picture kind of the air adventures that we saw in Singapore, or was it Singapore? But air adventures, how it's like this global kind of Pokemon event that had a Pigo element to it. That's kind of what this Jakarta thing was, Pokemon Festival. And like I said at the top of the show, Zoe Two Dots was there. So make sure you're checking out her content so you can see the coverage from this, as there was some IRL Pigo stuff going on. But there was Party Hat Pikachu, Party Hat Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle available at the event through research. There was, Adam, there was confetti.
Ooh, that's how you know confetti. It's an event. Like,
Triple
I'm actually upset
XP.
that there's no confetti right now in my game.
Really? I like when you get like the big piece of confetti that like goes in front of the camera and blocks out the entire game. That's great.
That is how you play the game.
No, it is not. But there was in-person activities. Like I said, this was on December 10th, so a couple days ago. Invitational at Pokemon Festival. Join to have a chance to compete with other trainers and content creators to win exciting prizes. The event will be live streamed, and the Community Day also runs through. This is like a month-long event. So a lot of cool stuff. They had some like cool IRL displays. They had the giant Pikachu costume Pikachu's running around and all that kind of stuff. So really cool, good vibes. Indonesian food, pretty slamming. So I would have loved to have checked this out. But make sure you're checking out Zoe's content. I think she did her Keldeo stuff while she was there for Mythic Blade. So check out her content. Make sure you give her sub, like, all that love and all that good stuff. Zoe is the good peoples. She's a good egg.
For sure.
All right, what else we got going on here? We got, I guess what we could do is we'll talk about the holiday event, and then we'll take a break, because the holiday event is pretty big. Oh, do you have anything else you want to bitch about with the Pokemon sizes? extra small and extra large, Poochyena, Mightyena, Mawile.
No,
I still don't see this in game.
I haven't seen that in game, no.
But you have the medal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So do I. It is trackable in the Pokedex. I don't know if this was like a soft rollout or what the deal is, but I don't have it yet. What about the categories in your storage, your item storage? Do you have that live in the game yet? So I have the most current iOS version of the game. Some people have updated and they have it. Some people have updated and they don't. I do not have this yet.
I do not.
So it looks awesome. I think it's a great quality of life thing. Again, like one of these things that like you don't ask for, you don't necessarily think to ask for, and then when it shows up, you're like, oh, this is nice. I like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like when the size chart, like all that stuff, comes right in front of your IVs.
It's like
you didn't ask for it, but you didn't know you didn't need it until you didn't need it. I saw a meme
today that was like it was like Shrek, like, if you could just stop telling me I set a new record for 5 minutes. Like, this is nonstop. You've set a new record. It is pretty brutal, but it does look good. It's just like little mini metagame, it's, I guess if, as a creator, it's kind of cool. Or, if you're hosting an event or something, you could be like, hey, person who catches the smallest community day Pokemon, the largest community day Pokemon can win a prize. It's just a weird flex, bro. That's kind
weird
of
flex, but okay.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the sizes. But all right, let's talk about the holiday event, because this is a 2-part event. Part 1 running the 15th, so started yesterday, through the 23rd. Part 2 will then take us from the 23rd through the end of the month. And I'll read it right from the release. Celebrate the season. Welcome Shiny Bergmite, Mega Glalie, and more to Pokemon Go. It's a season of cheer for Pokemon and trainers alike. Some new and familiar Pokemon faces are joining in on the fun, and you and your Pokemon can look your winter best with brand new avatar items, poses, and more. Join us for a 2-part festival winter holiday event in Pokemon Go. All right, Mega Glalie, have you done them?
I've done one.
Did you get enough energy to Mega Evolve?
I don't know.
So that means you haven't Mega Evolved it.
No.
They're not forcing you. Like this is it like you don't have a hundo? Like what would be
Oh no, I have a hundo. It's a snow run.
What are you waiting for? Oh, so maybe you don't have enough energy.
I was debating which one I should go for, but because the Mega Glalie is now a thing, I'd rather have 100% Mega Glalie.
Yeah, but why not just at least get one started in the Mega rotation?
Right.
And
I'm literally evolving the snow run as we're talking.
Okay, good.
But I don't know how much Mega energy I have because I didn't look.
Well, you need 200. That's all you need. I think I got like...
Okay, I have 225.
250 a clip I was getting.
All right, and just for you, I'm evolving it now.
Yes! All right, quick. Someone go back in time and invite Adam to a raid so you can get a Mega bonus with Ice type. But event bonus, 50% more XP for raid battles. I don't know what's up with this 50% shit. Give me double XP for raid battles. Like, why 50%? Trainers can store up to 40 gifts by the end of the until the end of the event. All right, I love this, but you got to pair it with being able to open more gifts. Like, don't let me hold 40 and then still only open 20.
No. That's not how this works. We make the rules, not you.
Clearly. But I think that this should be paired with opening more gifts. But it is nice to hold extra gifts, especially now that I have like a work stop. I have a stop at my job, so I could just like let the Go Plus do its magic all day and then, hit the bathroom up, send out 40 gifts. I've hit the gift cap, the past couple days, which is really nice. But like we said earlier, another ticket, $5 timed research. Complete the research tasks for an event-themed avatar pose, 2 incubators, 1 incense, a bomb of snow mega energy, and various event-themed Pokemon encounters.
Stop giving me mega energies and stuff. That is literally the lowest valued thing I could possibly think of in my opinion. Because I get so many spins that are like, power up a Pokemon 5 times. Get some mega energy. And I'm like, I don't even need the extra, I don't need the energy, period. And then you're just trying to shove it down my throat. I do not need it to be forced down my throat. Like, come on.
See, I like those.
You like that?
Tasks.
Yeah, I know.
I like it forced down my throat. No, I like those research tasks, but I don't want it as an event bonus.
You
as
just
part
said
of my,
you wanted it.
But I don't want to pay for it. But I don't know. I was just watching JT Valor's video, and he was getting great encounters, and I was like, all right, these are good encounters. There's a lot of shiny checks, but there's a phenomenal, I guess you can call it a meme going around, where someone took the Mythical Wishes season logo, removed the word wishes, and replaced it with tickets. So the episode of today's show is Mythical tickets. I thought that shit was so funny. But we were talking about this. Give me a paid ticket thing once a quarter, right? Like the $1 special research for...
Yeah, next week's episode can be called Mythical Postcards.
Well, we're going to talk about Vivillon in a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
In a little while. No, but we had Keldeo, we have this. Like, it's an onslaught of paid ticket events. We've talked about in the past how these paid events, it really just
feels bad.
It feels bad, but the items that come with this don't necessarily validate the cost. And on top of that, it creates a ton of FOMO. A ton of FOMO, because there's plenty of people out there that don't want to spend money, and there's plenty of free-to-play players. Like, I see poor JC Pix. He's like, hey, anybody want to gift me this ticket? It's like, fuck, I don't want to gift you this ticket. It's like it's shitty enough to pay for it. It's like, I think it's a little too much. A little too much. Now, we've clearly had shitty boxes, right? Since the adventure box.
Those boxes are booty.
The boxes are booty, with the exception of that one that you bought. Hold on, let me pull up the shop real quick.
Oh, the $375 coin box.
So there's
disappeared somehow.
Yeah, it's a one-time purchase.
It's
called the Explorer
course.
box. 375 coins for 5 super incubators and 5 egg incubators. This is great.
That was the best deal we've seen in a long time.
Especially with half hatch distance coming to Community Day. It makes sense, if you're going to spend, to buy this box pre-Community Day.
Right,
but
and think about this box, though. So it was 5 and 5, okay? So 375. Right. So if you multiplied that by 2, how much is that? That is 750, right? So if you had if you had been able to buy 2, that's 750. Why is the other box for like 10 and 10... 1850, like, okay, we got what we wanted. We got the 1850, but with this new box that they just gave us, it now makes the other box look even worse.
Well, I think this was kind of like a gimme, right? This was like a little show of good faith, but the other boxes, like the silver box, which you're paying for fucking charge TM and a fast TM, it's like, No, that feels terrible. I don't want to pay for a charge TM. I delete the shit out of these things. I do not want to pay for them. 16 battle passes, 5 lucky eggs for $13.50. It's sort of close to what we were seeing from the 1480 boxes. It's close. It's not as good, but it's close. I don't want to be like, I don't know, maybe I'm brainwashed, but it's close.
No. I think the term everyone said was a bootlicker. I don't know about brainwashed.
Perhaps. Just Niantic, please still give us free tickets. Then we have the gold box, $27.50. 15 super incubators, 15 regular incubators, 5 star pieces, 5 poffins. I like poffins. I know a lot of people do not like paying for poffins. But we have good quantities here.
Yeah, I'm okay with poffins. Honestly, at this point in the game, I'm okay with poffins.
But
if
are
that's
you
the
scanning,
item to give me like a really cheap extra item for like an extra 10 to 15 coins, I'm okay with it.
But are you scanning Pokestops for poffins?
No.
Well, that's
what I'm
30
saying.
Seconds,
like,
you could get a poffin.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying as the filler item. Like,
yes,
it is better than
it's
fucking
better
great
than
balls.
Ultra Balls. You know?
Exactly. All right, but $27.50. That's an expensive box. Like, if I'm buying coins in the shop, right? Like, if I'm going in and say, like, fuck it, I'm going to drop $20, and I do that, I'm only getting 2,500 coins. So I buy for $20, I'm getting the 2,500 coins, and then this fucking box is gonna be $27.50. Don't make me spend more than $20. I think $20 is a major plateau for people spending.
It is.
Like, I used to love being able to spend, and again, I'm not trying to harp on the past. I understand the economy was fucked. I understand they had to rebalance, but whatever. I would buy my 2,500 coins. I would buy my 1480 box. I would buy 500 coins worth of lucky eggs, and I still had some change left over to do some remote passes or whatever.
Or with the gyms, you had enough to save up for another box of something of your choice.
Right.
Now you're it's like a slow roll. You're basically using your gym coins. So like every 2 days, you're essentially buying a remote raid pass, just because.
But have you ever bought the $39.99 bundle,
no.
the 5,200 coins? So
I mean,
I
maybe
have
once,
a couple times,
and that was like for a Go Fest. I don't know, one of them.
Right. But I don't know. I just think that's a very odd price point. I would have rather this box been 2,500 coins, because then you could drop your $20 and wash it away. But here, what you're telling me is you're going to have to either spend the $20 and a little bit more, or you're going to have to use your earned coins. You know, if you're earning 350 coins for the week or whatever, on top of that, I don't know. I just don't like that price point. It's fucking expensive. The quantities are good. It just doesn't feel good. But everyone buy the Explorer box. That's a great value. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Buy it. It's good stuff. All right, getting back to the winter event. I guess we could talk about the weird piles of snow on the overworld map.
Okay.
Don't think it looks good. I don't like it.
So, as far as the visuals go, I absolutely love it. And
the
then,
overworld too?
I do. And then you go into the catch screen, and it gives depth to what you're trying to catch. I do wish like the snow scene, I guess, was a little different sometimes than it normally is. But the lights on the trees, bravo. Whoever the graphic designer, whoever designed this, whoever was on the art team, bravo, 10 out of 10. You did a wonderful job. Not just saying that because I'm a Delibird fan, but when I clicked on Delibird when this event started and saw that, my heart melted.
Yeah, it looks really good. And you get the holiday lights at night. The daytime catch screen looks good, but I'm not the biggest fan of the snow piles on the overworld map. And they kind
of snow way.
And they show up like in park areas, so like what would be green on the map. I do like the little detail of at the base of the Pokestop spire or whatever you want to call it, like you have the little holiday effects going on there.
The POI.
Yeah, but the I don't know, the piles of snow just look a little funky to me on the overworld map, so not a fan. How cool would it have been, like Halloween, to have some kind of holiday music, like a custom holiday version of something?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would have liked that a lot. I thought that would have been a cool opportunity. The pose that you get...
Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe next year. The timed research, you get the pose where you like toss the gift over your shoulder and everything. It's cool. I like it. It's cute. I haven't really seen anyone rocking it, but it's decent. But the event has a lot of costumes, and Adam, I know how you feel about it. So hold your feelings in for a minute.
Okay.
But Pikachu wearing the Winter Carnival is back. Delibird no bow. How do you feel about that?
So I still need the 100% bow, and I'm very sad about it. And I'm also sad that I haven't seen Shadow Delibird come back.
Yeah, me too. I know that's
a holdout for a lot of people.
Yep. But why not Delibird with the bow? Don't understand that one. Spheal wearing the holiday scarf is back.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is if they're waiting for like it closer to Christmas, and then they're like, "Hey, here's a surprise."
Oh, part two, maybe part two.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of. Oh! What I did want to say about the timed research, it is strange, and I get it. I guess what it doesn't even make sense. So they threw the timed research, and like your encounters, you get like Spheal, but it looks normal. It doesn't have the scarf.
Yes,
you encounter
correct.
Stantler. It doesn't have the bells.
Right.
I think that was a missed opportunity there. Something was wrong in the coding there.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I don't know if that was necessarily intentional. Like, why wouldn't they be the holiday versions?
And as a paid event, not saying that I paid for it, but as a paid event, that would feel bad. That would add to the frustration of having to pay for the event for this exclusive research that yields no exclusive Pokemon.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I mean, you do get a lot of encounters. Like, there's a couple Bergmites you can get. Oh, and the shiny Bergmite looks great. It almost looks like it peed its pants a little bit. Like, it's got, like, yellow snow at the bottom of it. But Alolan Vulpix is in there too, and Alolan Vulpix has a shiny, a boosted shiny rate. Cryogonal. I have not seen Cryogonal through this event. That's a holdout for a lot of people, at least people that want a good one, because it's not available a lot. But yeah, a little bummed that the research stuff does not have costumes on, which is funky. And in 7K eggs, you had Sneasel, Smoochum, Amora, Bergmite, Crabrawler. Smoochum can be shiny. Sneasel has a boosted rate. Bergmite being the new shiny. Amora is it could be a holdout, especially for new players that don't aren't always on the up and up with events and, when Pokemon are available. So that's pretty cool. And 1-star raids, Bergmite, Galarian Darumaka, also another shiny holdout for a lot of people. I do like the Galarian Darumaka shiny. It's got the little hit of green in there. Pretty cool little Mountain Dew. 3-star raids, Cloyster, Lapras, Stantler, and Glaceon with the outfit. That's good stuff. That's a good chase for a lot of people. I don't do a lot of 3-star raids. I just don't.
Yeah. I will say that I did get a shiny Bergmite already. Day one.
Did? Congrats.
And then
nice.
I saw that Elytra on Twitter got one, and I responded showing mine, and then I jumped out of that, went back into Pokemon, and then I clicked to Vulpix, and it was shiny. I was like, coincidence.
Oh, she gave you her Vulpix vibes because
yes.
She loves Vulpix. That's awesome. And in 5-star, we have Cobalion and we have Mega Glalie up top, of course. And then in field research, we have Jinx, which is pretty cool. Spheal wearing the outfit. Alolan Vulpix, regular Seal, which is cool. Shelder. And the If You're Luckies are Sneasel and Glaceon. You could also get the Abomasnow Mega Energy, which is cool. So I heard a lot of people saying like, oh my God, they added beards to the game. You could finally get a beard. It's the fake ass Santa mask beard. Have you seen this?
I have seen it, and I put it on my character, and I proceeded to not buy it. I put on the Santa costume.
It's not a real beard.
I put on the Santa costume.
Ear straps.
And it was immediately taken off.
I kind of like the PJ pants. I kind of like the pajama pants, but I'm not going to buy it or wear it. I just like it.
Yeah, but none of it tickled my fancy, if you will.
Yeah. But they they put the Santa beard in there, but the fact that they made it like a mask where you could see like the straps going around your ear like it's a fake ass beard. Yeah, we're one step closer to facial hair, but this ain't it. But all in all, when they do these 2-part events, typically part 2 is better, right? So let's be optimistic here. Maybe the bow will come back for Delibird. Maybe we'll get
another $4.99 ticketed event for.
Holy shit, dude! If they put another paid ticket in part 2,
it's the same things, but just with costumes this time.
No.
Yes.
No,
yes.
They can't do that. No. So
and they'll put Galarian Mr. Mime with like a Santa hat or something.
No, the current ticket, the current $5 timed research ticket actually runs through December 30th. So even if you buy the ticket during part 2,
So what you're saying is I should have held on to all my encounters and not played until part 2 to get the costume Pokemon.
We don't know if that's going to be what it is, but no, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll have the ability to I guess choose our bonuses, like we saw that in the seasonal page, right? Like maybe we'll get our double XP or double Stardust or double or half hatch distance. So we have some stuff coming. We just don't know what it's going to be just yet. But I think that this is a pretty good event. I think it being paired with Vivillon, which we'll talk about after the break, is nice because we have a lot of people being active right now and spinning stops to get gifts. So all in all, I think it's good. I just wish I could open more gifts. I've been gifting up a storm. I just wish I could open more. But all right, Adam, let's take a break. Take a little break. Come back. We'll talk about Vivillon, as you like to call it.
Vivillon.
We'll talk about Vivillon. We'll talk about Pokeminers, and then we'll wrap things up with a Mega Glalie raid guide and battle party. Whoop, whoop. What do you say?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back right after this. We're back from our break. Thank you so much for that. I have hydrated with some delicious Crystal Light iced tea.
I have extra hydrated with Propel.
I thought you were going to say
Kool-Aid. This podcast
is
not powered by Propel, but I'm personally powered by Propel.
Yo,
it's in my body.
Crystal Light iced tea is the shit. Anyway, this podcast is powered by Patreon, and you can check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, and you can support us for as little as $1 a month. It will actually support all the shows on the network, including Lured Up, Special Conditions, Gotta Watch 'Em All, and Way Spotters. And you get access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. Huge shout-out to our gym leaders, Absolutely Ryan, Austin Zard, Hulda Counselor, Grant, Jamal, Mythical Hitch, Sue, The Cole, Tish, Big Zal Minus. Special thanks to our executive producer, Paul Bott. And make sure you check out PokemonProfessor.com for links to everywhere you can connect with us. Grab us some merch, and leave us some reviews. All that amazing, good stuff. Reviews really help. All right, let's talk Scatterbug and Spoopa. Yo, Spoopa is the grossest Pokemon name, I think, out of all of them. Spoopa. Ugh. But I do like how they promoted this event. They put together a really cool video, and the video shows kind of this nice combination of IRL and digital kind of Pokemon in the real world. I really like the video that they put together. But they say in the release, I'll read it right from it, Vivillon appears in Pokemon Go. Scatterbug, Spoopa, and Vivillon are now appearing Worldwide in Pokemon Go, trainers have a chance to encounter Scatterbug when they collect and pin postcards received from different regions. Start collecting and pinning postcards to unlock your Vivillon collector medal. Okay, let's stop here. Hard stop. So you have a medal, and you click on the medal in your profile. That will allow you to track your Vivillon progress. There's 18 different forms of Vivillon. Of the 18 different forms, there's multiple regions and locations around the world that are going to be tied to each of those forms. So you could have like the High Plains form available from like the west coast of the United States, and there's also an area of Europe that the High Plains form. So if I send you a gift from New Jersey and you pin it, and if someone from Japan sends you a gift and you pin it, it'll give you one pin towards that region's Scatterbug encounter. And what happens is, just like your normal medals, you have 3 tiers. So you have your standard, gold, platinum, whatever it is. 3, 9, and 15 pins will each get you an encounter with Scatterbug. In the evolution button, it'll show you the form that it will ultimately evolve into.
Now, question,
so
can you
go for
get to 15 and then keep going and do another 15 and get the Spoopa again?
There's we don't know. When you hit the 15, it stops tracking it. So you're not going to get any additional spawns from the medal. So I don't know how they're going to do that going forward. But what I like about this is it's creating a buzz within the community of people trying to make friends in different regions. Like, hey, I need someone from the monsoon region. So it's like people trying to find friends in Taiwan. Or I need, the ice one. So people are trying to find like people in northern Canada or wherever that region is. So you have this like we fired up a channel in our Discord. It's been popping off because everyone's like sending each other gifts. All my friendship level stuff is going through the roof because everyone's actually opening gifts. So I heard, before we even talk about the details here, I did hear some initial blowback of this because people that would take advantage of the postcard thing may have already had 300 postcards pinned in their book, which is the cap. So it's like, how can you possibly expect me to pin more postcards if I'm just doing it for the Pokemon, and I'm not really doing it because I think it's a cool postcard. So the workaround here is you could just pin it and unpin it. Boop, boop, 2 taps in a row, and it counts just the same. That may not be the intent of the event, right? But someone sends you a postcard in the region that you need, just like you would just pin it to your postcard book, just pin it, unpin it, your tally goes up. No harm, no foul. You don't have to clog up space in your postcard book. But what I've noticed, now that I've taken a moment to actually look at where these postcards are coming from, is holy shit, I have a lot of international friends on my list that I've kind of blown over. Giggity. So it's like, now that I know, it's nice. It's like, oh shit, I didn't know I had this friend from Taiwan, or I didn't know I had this friend from Indonesia, or wherever it may be. I was like, this is really fucking cool. So it has this amazing effect going right now where the community is acting together. The community is coming together. My concern is that this will blow over really fast, and then no one's going to be talking about Scatterbug in a week because everyone's going to have ground through this like quickly. So I put up a question on Twitter today, like, hey, how are you approaching Vivillon? Are you trying to knock it out, or are you going to just let it happen naturally? And I would say it's about 90% people are like, no, I'm on that grind. Heracross Boss was like, no, check my screenshot, 18 forms. I was like, God damn, bro. It was like in it. But a lot of people seem to be pushing really hard to get this done. I almost want to let this one permeate a little bit because I like the vibe that it's created. There's still regions that I don't have any postcards from. So I like that. So stay tuned to our social. I'm going to be opening up my friends list in the next week or so to get some new friends. I have some regions specifically that I'm looking for. Of course, I'm just going to add everybody that wants as long as they have the room. but there are specific regions I need. It adds another dynamic to the mundane, right? Like we've talked about this before. There's little things in the game that make the bullshit tasks a little bit more exciting. Opening gifts isn't that fun because you're just doing it to get through it. You're just doing it as part of like your daily chore.
Correct.
You know? Give me the items. Yeah, and then I'm done with it. Now there's actual reason. Now I have more intent. So I like that. I think that's a really cool way, and it's really awesome to see on social and in our Discord and on all these other Discords, all these people coming together. There's definitely, you know, groups popping up. Vivillon trade group, you know, where people are just joining up and posting where they're from and making new friends. Like all that stuff is good. There's nothing bad that can come from that. I'm just hoping that in a week we still care. Like we have such short-term memory in this game. I know for a lot of people this would take a long time, but we've said it before, we're the 1%, right? We're going to be done with this quickly. How are they going to reintroduce Scatterbug? Like I don't know what they're going to do once everyone has their medals fully filled out. Like how will we be
They're
able
gonna
to
have to
encounter
catch
it?
one from that area, or hear me out. They put them in remote raids. I know it's not what
from
they want
those
to do.
regions.
And then from those regions, if you join and catch it in that region, it'll be that one that it evolves into.
Yeah, that kind of breaks the process of the postcard thing, though. I just don't know how they're going to handle it once you have all those filled in. So we'll have to play it by ear. But I do love this mechanic. It's really, really cool. Scatterbug evolves to Spoopa with 25 candy and then 100 candy to get up to Vivillon. Like I said, 18 different patterns. They're all listed on the blog. We'll link to it in the description, of course.
Too many.
I love how they did the map. It makes the menu more dynamic, more interactive. Click on the medal. You see the map. You see the forums. You see your progress. It reminds me almost of like a battle pass, right? Where it's like I'm working towards making numbers go up. I'm working towards filling in progress. And the collectors in us, we all love this shit because we're seeing the numbers go up.
Yes, for sure.
I think we need more of this kind of engagement in the game to connect us with different mechanics. And the fact that this is a new mechanic is awesome because we're doing something new. We're doing something fun. I'm just worried that this isn't going to have the legs and we're going to be, you know, once it's behind us, it will be like really behind us.
It's Spoopa. It's got a lot of legs. Let's be honest here.
Such a weird name, Spoopa. I don't know. It's gross. You could pin up to 3 of your own postcards a day. So if it'll be very easy for you to get it in your region. You just pin your 3 a day and it's unique. You can't pin, unpin, and repin the same gift. It has to be a unique gift. The gift can be from the same place, but it can't be that same very gift. So open the gift. The person sends you a gift from the same stop and you repin that one. That'll work. But have you done these yet? Like, where are you at in the process? How many Scatterbug have you encountered?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so.
6? Okay. I got a hundo Scatterbug today.
I saw that and I'm very jealous.
Excited. Very excited. Was not expecting that. It was the High Plains. I think I was opening gifts. I called it out saying that it was from Los Angeles because I was opening gifts from someone in Los Angeles or pinning gifts from Los Angeles, and that's when it popped up and I got the hundo. I was like, fuck, yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to try to not just dump rare candy into this to evolve these Vivillon. I'm going to see how many naturally I can get by getting I guess I could do the math, right? Because if there's 18 different forms and you get 3 encounters through each of those forms, you get 54. So then if you use a silver pineapple for 7 candies every time, that's 378 candy. You're going to need a lot of these to evolve all of them up if you're not dumping rare. I mean, I'm excited because I just dump rare candy into Pokemon just to get it out of my inventory. So I know I'll be able to do it. But to start, I like to not just do that. I used to do that. New Pokemon would come out. Like when I remember when Herdier came out or whatever, it was just like, here's 400 candies. Boom. It's just like, just get rid of it. But You're going to need a lot of candies. It'll be interesting to see how they do this in the future. If they're going to, maybe every season they reset the Scatterbug medal or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be nice because then it makes you want to have those friends for longer and keep interacting with them.
That's a good point too. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad unless, but again, the casual player, the majority player, they may not get 15 gifts from the same person from the same region in a 3-month period. I don't know. I'm fucking anal with gifts. So it's like I try to maximize that every day. But again, 1%. We're in the 1%. But let us know what you think of this. Let us know what you need. Connect with us on social. Adam and I are both on the East Coast of the United States. We could definitely send you some gifts from here. But yeah, I love the dynamic. I think it's really cool. And if you haven't seen the video yet, check out the video that Pokemon Go put out because it's cool. I like it a lot. All right, 2 more things to cover on this episode. I know we're going a little bit long. This one will be quick. A note from Pokeminers. Now, we've talked about Pokeminers for years. We've had them on the show before. Marty is good people. And we talk about how mining APKs breaks the terms of service. That's a bad thing. But the service that they provide the community with data is beloved by so many. And pretty much any game I've played, from multiplayer games on Xbox Live, there's always data mines. There's always data miners. Not to validate them like, oh, they're always there, so therefore they're okay. It's like, look, yeah, it breaks the terms of service, but they do provide a significant value to the community, and they are beloved. So it's not, I don't want to ignore it, because it is an important part of the community that interacts with us. So I'm going to read their statement here. And again, next week I'll be recording with Marty from Pokeminers, so we'll have, direct information from them. But they put this out 3 days ago. It says, hey, everyone, today we wanted to take some time to announce a few changes to the future of Pokeminers and explain our thoughts. First and foremost, we aren't going anywhere. We are still here reporting on the latest APK and remote updates. Our Discord, website, and Twitter will continue to operate as normal, but we need to cut back. Now they get a little spicy. Now, one of the key takeaways that I remember from when Marty was on previously was how he was like, look, we respect the hell out of Niantic. We respect what they do, but we want more. And that's why we do what we do. And they had this very positive and organic vibe to them that wasn't like, oh, we're doing this to fight the power. There was never any of that feeling. But they do get a little spicy here with their comments, and I'll read. It says, as you probably know in our Discord or listen to our podcast, shout to their show, we have grown increasingly more upset with the game and Niantic in recent weeks and months. The 3 admins and partners of Pokeminers, Lou, GM2K, and Marty, have become more and more estranged from the game over the last month in particular due to Niantic's handling of the game we used to love so much. Recent decisions, actions, and responses to the community have made it clear to us that Niantic simply does not care about the quality of the game or its community. All right, hard stop. I don't agree with this at all.
The quality of the game?
This is a zinger. This felt like a jab to me. But I get it, because perception and the way that a lot of the community feels aligns with this statement. There's no way on earth that I would think that Niantic does not care about the quality of the game or the community. But recent actions may make people think or feel that way. So I'm not going to devalue people's feelings just because I don't feel that way. All right, I'll continue with the statement. Every event launches with mistakes and or confusion. They take the game down for 40 minutes without any mention, apology, or explanation, and new features are mismanaged and priorities are questionable at best. The changes to shop boxes without explanation, the quick removal of the 480 box when it was added back for a few minutes, the launch of elite raids in their broken state, the repeated use of them with no fixes and multiple Zorua and Go Plus issues, the confusing Ultra Beast marketing campaign, and most recently, Hoenn Tour Global apparent nerf have all been on the tip of our minds, with each killing a lot of our motivation and love for the game. All right. Clearly a lot of passion here, right? Clearly this is coming from their heart. Clearly they put a lot of work into what they do. And we've talked about this before, and I even fucked up once talking about like that they had a paid service. Like, they don't have a paid service. You can buy them, on Coffee and all that shit. You can support them. But what they do, they make available in their Discord for free to everyone. So they're doing this as hobbyists, as we are, right? So I feel for them when you're creating something, because they are creating content, so they are content creators. They're creating content in the same spaces that we are. So when you lose the love and you lose your passion for what you're creating content for, it makes it hard to make content.
Yes.
When you're not feeling it. And I think that burnout has been felt by everyone at one time or another in this content space, because Niantic has made it difficult. So with all of this and all of that happening, Pokemoners will be cutting back on what they're doing. They talk about how, what they do and what it takes and what goes into doing what they're doing and how they're going to be cutting back. I'm going to hold off on that part of it because we're going to be talking to Marty next week. And for whatever reason, if we don't get to record with Marty, we'll cover it again next week in a little bit more detail just to keep everybody up with it. But seeing the outpouring of support and the community on Twitter never comes together, right?
No, it's usually toxic.
They really came together to support Pokemoners and were like, hey, I'll buy some merch, or hey, I'll do this, because Pokemoners has become an important part of a lot of community members on social specifically to get their information. And the reason being is Niantic has not done a great job of communicating a lot of this stuff lately.
Which stinks, because they could usually just do that.
Yes. The reasons why they do. Right. But we don't know why they wouldn't. We don't know why they wouldn't. We don't know why they couldn't. We don't know why they shouldn't. I don't know. But a lot of times, people get their info about events from Pokemoners. Now, whenever we've covered mines, we always disclaim, hey, this breaks the terms of service. We're not doing it, so we're in the clear, but we're okay to talk about it. The shit isn't approved by Niantic. It's not official. So there can be errors. There can be things in the mines that never show up in the game. The community is willing to take those risks because if something gets changed in the code, Pokemoners will state it immediately. Hey, this was changed back. Like they said, the game was down for 40 minutes like 2 weeks ago, and we didn't even know why. No explanation. Like, it flew completely under the radar. That's why people have come to appreciate what Pokemoners are doing. And look, we work very closely with Niantic, and I know Pokemoners are a thorn in their side because they break hype on events. It's not like a leak, but they spoil shit.
Yes.
That takes away from the excitement of announcements. It's a very, very delicate balancing act, but we would be remiss if we did not cover it because the community thinks it's very important. So we'll stop on that there, and we'll catch up with Marty next week and get some more information about what they do, how they do, why they do, all that good stuff, because, like I said, they are very important to many in the community. All right. Final segment, Adam. Mega Glalie raid guide and battle party. Can you give a little something for me?
Battle party. Ooh, ooh, battle party.
Ooh, ooh. All right. Adam's not feeling well, and he still did it. I appreciate you, Adam. I appreciate you not feeling well.
I'm just trying to keep it together. I'm not going to lie. I definitely took some NyQuil when I got home because I thought we had... I don't know. I don't know why I took it, but I am feeling it right now, and I am so tired. So
nice.
I'm sure if you didn't notice, but I definitely slowed down my talking. So I apologize.
Adam's slurring his speech a little bit from the NyQuil. Big N, little Y, big fucking Q. You ever hear that Dennis Leary stand up? So good. All right. Mega Glalie is a pure ice type, which means it's weak to fighting, rock, steel, and fire type
Everything?
Pokemon.
Oh, weird.
It mainly has ice moves, but it has Shadow Ball.
Ooh.
So be on the lookout
rough.
for that. Yeah, because Shadow Ball can do some damage. When we're looking at Poke Battler here, it lists Frost Breath Shadow Ball as its most dangerous moveset. So Shadow Ball will fuck you up. Now, 100% CP, 1845 or 2307 boosted in snowy weather. So people that do remote Mega Glalie raids and you want to raid with Adamarai, we're getting snow this week, you can get some boosted Mega Glalie. Obviously, JT Valor in Orlando, Florida is not going to be getting boosted Mega Glalie.
Are you
local
sure?
To him. I'm pretty sure he's not getting snowy weather in Orlando. But, and shout out to JT Valor, just crossed 90,000 subs. So he's very close to 100K. I know he's been pushing
get him
really
there.
fucking
Come
hard.
on, people.
Yep. But I'm excited to say that the top of this counter list is a new Mega Blaziken, which is great because I love when we get new Pokemon and then we can immediately put them into use, which is awesome. So plenty of Megas, plenty of Shadows to use here. Use Mega Blaziken. 2 reasons. Like I said, Mega Glalie is weak to fighting and fire, which means that parties will be filled out with fighting and fire types. Mega Blaziken is both fighting and fire. So you can have double the dip of boosting your teammates' attacks because you're going to have the boost for both fire and fighting. Mega Charizard Y also in there. Again, would only boost the fire, not the fighting, but it is there. Shadow Metagross with double steel moves. Terrakion. We just had Terrakion in raids. Now you can use it. Double kick, Sacred Sword. Shadow Entei with a Fire Fang Overheat, Mega Houndoom. I ain't using if I'm putting a Mega, I'm putting fucking Blaziken in there. Shadow Ho-Oh, Mega Charizard X, and then we have a couple other Shadows here. Shadow Moltres, Shadow Machamp, Reshiram's in there, Lucario's in there, regular Metagross is in there, Darmanitan even. So, for the most part, you have your fighting and your fire Pokemon. I think the best way to go is to stick fire fighting in there, lay off on the steel, because chances are you're going to see Mega Blaziken or Mega Charizard. So the fire will get boosted in either of those cases. So I put together a pretty high efficiency party. Definitely bring in Mega Blaziken. I'll either lead with it or bring it in number 2. I'm going to do the shadow parties here. I'm going to bring Shadow Entei. I'm going to bring Shadow Ho-Oh. I'm definitely bringing 2 Terrakion because I have fresh Terrakions in my inventory that I want to put to use with Sacred Sword. And of course, I'm anchoring with my Blissey because that's just how I roll. And I need to. So the other day I was in I don't know if it was like a Brandon Tan raid. It was like a high profile raid, right? High profile raid. A lot of big names in the raid. Once again, called myself out. Got the raid buddy with Blissey. The raid buddy achievement. I was like, oh, fuck. Here I am with all these high profile raiders and I'm bringing fucking Blissey to the raid. I'm like,
They're like, we need to take that guy off our friends list.
Fucking A. It was ridiculous. But yeah, Mega Blaziken, Shadow Entei, Shadow Ho-Oh, 2 Terrakion, hopefully other people will bring Mega Blaziken too and boost my party. I think that's the way to go. And then Blissey Buddy as my anchor. Adam, let's hear it. Hundos?
I'm bringing...
Hundos for days.
Yep, bringing Mega Blaziken.
Yeah!
Bringing Metagross, Darmanitan, Chandelure, Rampardos, and Entei.
Okay. You always have some spice in there. You always have some, spicy shit. And
well, it says Darmanitan, if you take off all of the boxes, it says Darmanitan's number 3.
Okay, so let's get rid of Shadow, Legendary, and Mega Pokemon from the Pokebattler filters. Darmanitan is number 3. Yo, Lucario's number 1.
But I do not have 100%
shit.
Lucario.
Lucario's squishy, though. Actually, Lucario and Darmanitan both showing 15 deaths over the course of the raid. But again, I think they're saying you could do this with 2 trainers. So it's not a difficult raid. Definitely not a difficult raid. But Lucario might make more sense because it's just going to be able to turn and burn. But yeah, Mega Blaziken is the way to go. I'm definitely leading with that. So, all right. So, yeah, but you bring the spice. You bring the oddball stuff. I like that. I appreciate that. That's always fun.
Thank you.
That's always good. But, Adam, I think we did it. That's a show.
That is definitely a show.
Fucking long one.
That was very long.
Hour 15.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo! Thank you, everyone, for checking out the show. We really do appreciate you. We love you so much. Please check out PokemonProfessor.com for everything we have going on with the network, LuredUp.com for everything we have going on with the show. You can email us, LuredUp@PokemonProfessor.com. You can call us, leave us a voicemail, text, say hello, 732-835-8639. Adam, if that's it, then I think that's it. Is that it?
That's a show, so we're going to call it.
Keep training, trainers. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.